Wow. It's huge. Another one here. Beautiful. Coyote tracks down here. Deer tracks. Deer. Moose. Kind of right off the tip of my finger between those two rocks. There, yeah, he's pretty shadowed up pretty good there now. That's a good one. Let's jump the deer. She was bedded over here. She stopped up there. Try a little jig fly. Got these egg patterns as well, and these little shiners, little minnow imitations. So we want to try to catch your mama, but that's what that looks like. What a little beauty. Probably 5 inches long. First cast. There he goes. Absolutely beautiful. Hey there, guy. Thanks for the fun. That was good. Nice brown trout. All spawning colors. Another colored up brown trout. Like whatever, dude. That's a salmon. All right. All right, gonna do a short intro here as I'm headed up the interstate, heading north. Nobody else on the interstate. I'm doing this one solo. Got my camping stuff. Brook trout, brown trout, and landlocked salmon. And my buddy's actually up here bird hunting, so I brought my shotgun. He's got his dogs, and hopefully we'll get out and do a little grouse hunting. So yeah, come along for the ride. We'll see how it goes. The two dogs.
Come on, guys. Now I want to go down this thing over here. Heel. Let me get you with us. We're going through a lot of scent area, so I'm going to control the dogs.
A little cold for fishing, so we're out doing some bird hunting with my buddy's dogs here. He's up there getting his shells and getting things together, and the dog ran out of the car and right away started to point. She smells something. Leah's on point down here. I'm going to try to catch up with her.
You get it?
I doubt it. It's a woodcock.
Leah!
Leah's on point again. She's wagging her tail. Where's the bird, Leah? She's pretty sure it's right there somewhere. Okay. Dog's nose is always right.
It's right here, or it was right in the
Okay, you take the shot. I'm behind you.
There it goes. Oh, it's moving! I saw where it went down. Leah, come!
He's on another bird. I'm sorry, Leah. Leah's on another bird.
Yeah, Leah's pointing. Raul, she's pointing toward me. Stay ready. I got a crossing shot. You got more of it going away. Go away. Go and flush it. Go walk 10 feet in front of it. You'll get the going away shot. There it goes. You got it. Dead bird, dead bird. I saw it fall.
I had an instant to shoot.
Dead bird, dead bird, dead bird. Father, back.
Dude, I just went through half of the shells I carried with me.
Dead.
Somewhere right around here.
Yeah, I agree. Hey! It's a big hen, isn't it?
Hey, we got dinner.
Good girl, that's your bird. They were sneaky. The one that got away, I swear to God, it looked like it landed in the field. Let's go look out here for a second.
Okay. There's two more up just on the bank here. They all kind of went that way. Again, both dogs.
Okay, we both shoot a grouse. Easy, easy, easy. Remember, they're running. Gotta run right off from her.
Okay, they're both right in front of me.
Oh, you got them both?
Yep, you want me to wait for you? Can you get over here or not?
I'm ready. No, I think I have a good shot, actually.
Okay.
That distance, I'm like, right,
Yeah, this is going to be a tough place to get a shot off in. Is it there, Jedi? Jedi was right on it.
Dead bird.
Leah, dead bird.
Dead bird, dead bird.
Dead bird.
Oh, it's a cross.
Yep.
God, okay.
Jedi pointed it.
Well, it's on the other side.
Other side.
Keep going.
Dead bird. Dead bird.
Back. Dead bird. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Go fetch it up. Good girl. All right.
Good girl. She pointed that and retrieved it,
Come.
but then she didn't want to come across the water with it.
Good job, Leah. Oh, that's a big hen.
Leah went and fetched it up and found it. So both of these dogs did a great job. We couldn't swim over there and get it.
All right. Yeah, you can shoot near me. Don't put a pellet in me, please.
Yeah. No, I'll wait for it to break away.
Where is it?
Oh, she thinks there's something right here. All right, drop it.
Leah, here.
Good girl.
And a girl.
Yeah.
Super loves and pets.
Yeah. Good girl.
Super
Good girl.
loves and pets for you. Jedi.
She's moving. She's on the move. Tail's going though. Oh, she's pointing again.
Good. Leah, come. You go to her, I'll go to Leah.
Okay.
Leah, come. You got one?
Leah's got
Both of them.
both of them are on it.
Oh, you got both?
Yeah.
Both of them on. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was a grouse. That
Oh, shit, dude. Yeah, this is where we start getting.
Leah's on point.
Take here. I'll go over here.
Okay. There we go. Caught up with it. This bird's right on the ground. There it goes. It was a grouse.
Yeah.
It was a grouse, but I couldn't get a shot off.
Oh, my gun was out.
A little bit of a workout. Looks like I got enough kindling to get something started. Pretty good amount of small trees that have been dead for a while here on the side of this logging path. Gather up a good little bit to get started. And a few more on the way down to grab. Drag along. Fairly damp conditions here. Let's see if it burns. Oh yeah. Balsam fir on the bottom, dead top. And use that as my sled. Might be a little much on there for this spot. Yeah, we'll just drag that. Pretty good little hitch. It'll keep me busy at the fire. Sitting around the fire with my saw, cutting up logs as I need them. But yeah, right here where I landed, there's all this dead wood and treetops that are pushed off to the side, so perfect stuff. I'm actually cleaning it up. So perfect situation here. Made my little fire pit. I can put some logs across that, put a pot on it, get the coals to go down, and then I did bring a bag of charcoal, so I think I'm gonna get a small fire going, have the charcoal going, and then just have the radiant heat from the charcoal. It's not that cold out tonight. It was snowing this morning, but right now it's probably like 40 degrees. I think I got just enough daylight to go hit the brook. I can hear it over the bank over here, and yeah, I'm kind of psyched about this. I hear this from my camp, and there's some pretty deep water down there. I'm looking at, I can't see the bottom here, over my head, 4 or 5 foot deep along these chutes. Just deep, definitely deep enough for a bigger fish, and then it continues down. Very similar water right down through, pool after pool after pool. So I'm just going to do a little sussing it out right now. I've got about maybe an hour and a half before it gets dark, so I've been here for several hours and I haven't seen a vehicle go by or heard a vehicle go by. I can see it's already starting to get dark out, so I'm not going to go far from camp, but this is just the lower holes here that I can see from the bridge, from the logging bridge. Really nice looking pocket water. I'm really kind of looking forward to camping out, cooking bacon and eggs in the morning, and having coffee and all that. Like you read about. There's a lot of leaves in the water. Seeing a lot of leaves coming by. That makes the fishing a little tougher. A lot of debris in the water, but although it's stained and a little high from the recent rain, it's clear, relatively clear. It's tannic from all the softwoods that are above. There's a lot of cedar trees and fir trees. Huh? Nothing yet. Beautiful though, absolutely gorgeous. Boy, I can't believe that this little teeny brook trout. I'm going to try to get just, I'm going to wet my hands. I'm going to wet my hands. Yep. This little teeny brook trout. Boy, now that made him just more slippery. This little teeny par-marked brook trout. What a little beauty. So we want to try to catch your mama, but that's what that looks like. What a little beauty. Probably 5 inches long. The brook trout and the browns are spawning, and they'll compete for space, for spawning space, but also they'll eat each other's eggs and stuff. So I might even try an egg pattern. Tucked in real nice. And yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is get set up here and start spreading stuff out a little bit. See what I got. Have some daylight. Get set up a little bit more. But yeah, I'm looking forward to not only camping out and testing equipment or whatever, but because I also want to make it out when it's colder for deer hunting. So this is a good time of the year to test that cold weather equipment. And you can just go through the routine of it all and see what works and what doesn't. So if I have to add anything to my setup, it's good to kind of suss that out. I don't want to be messing around going to get things or whatever when I'm deer hunting. And get back way back in and be able to set up and stay set up and have things with me that I'm going to need. But get the charcoal out and get some coals going. You know, it's nice when it's the only thing that you can hear is this stream. Boy, look at that. There's even a birch log right there. I'll get some kindling going. These dead balsam fir leaves or needles take right off pretty good, especially with a little birch bark. I'm going to get a bunch of those in there. A slow coal going, and then add these charcoal. Got a nice big bag of charcoal here, and get that going, and just have that glowing over here in the background. Maybe throw a log or two on it, and let it simmer down. Cook on it. Get some radiant heat. This should get us going. Start getting dinner out. Have a cup of coffee. Sit around, listen to the stream. Keep the fire going. It's a little smoky, but that's the rain. Get that going. I'm gonna get the beginnings of a fire with this birch, a little bit of birch bark, and that helped out quite a bit. But yeah, it's mostly these dried up balsam fir limbs. So even though they're wet, they're catching pretty quick. Should have something going in no time. Time to turn my attention to a cup of coffee with the little jet stove. And I'm gonna have this up on deck. I'm gonna try this charcoal idea, some radiant heat, something to cook on. So I know it's not a new idea, but usually I just get a campfire going and tend it. But I want to try this with you know, 10 or 15 of these briquettes down the bottom. See if that just takes away from the amount of attention I have to give it. I haven't really even thrown any larger fuel on it yet, but that's a good trick to remember. Everything's wet and it's raining. Usually these dry spruce branches, it's got to be a dead tree that's been dead for a year or so, or a good amount of time, enough so that the leaves or the needles turn brown. But once you get these lower branches on any spruce tree, you'll find these dead branches as well. But that's the quickest way to get a fire going. And I just fed it a few of these 2-3 inch diameter pieces of spruce I just cut, and yeah, it's already kicking good. So no time. Didn't take long. This is steaming already. Got a pretty good coal base. I can actually start throwing some of my charcoal in there, but first I'm going to have a cup of coffee, and I figured I would finish it off with the jet stove and save on or conserve fuel in this. Have it as backup, like, but we're for just finishing things off, so to speak. So yeah, it's a powerful little jet rocket stove. Handful or two, maybe on the side. That should self-light actually. I don't have to add any charcoal fluid to that. Yeah, let that get going. Cheers to you, woods and mountains, trees, stones, and a fire. Cheers. Now I've got some tuna fish and some mayo, some rigatoni, and some tomatoes, onion. I'm gonna chop that up. Just kind of mix that together. I've got a little contained Tupperware container here, and I've got my water just about coming to a boil here on the edge of this. Already starting to boil, so I can throw the pasta in there. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a light little camping cook here. Hopefully I'll get a grouse tomorrow, or a nice trout, and be cooking that up for lunch tomorrow. So yeah, little Spartan minimalist setup here. A roof, the camper shell. Not sure if that full moon is gonna come through on the camera here, but yeah, got a full werewolf moon as I'm cooking up, finishing up my dinner. The coals are working out great. Getting some ambient heat from that. Temperature's definitely dropping. You see my breath. And there's that moon. Wow, how beautiful. Clouds are clearing. That's great. It's supposed to be a little bit warmer tomorrow. At least have some sun out and less wind. So we had rain and wind for a couple days bird hunting. Be good to get out and explore tomorrow. Probably next time I talk is going to be when I'm out hiking around tomorrow. Well, it got a little colder last night than they said it was gonna. Must have been quite a bit colder because, yeah, it actually snowed out just a little bit, but got a heavy frost, and they said 35, but there's solid chunks of ice in my water container. And then I went to get my coffee mug, and that's frozen solid, what was left in there. So got an alternative coffee situation going on here. But just wanted to get back about the camping gear. I've got a 20-degree bag with a Patagonia liner. Actually held up pretty good as far as being warm goes.
I got like a Patagonia liner, 20-degree bag, and then a bivy sack shell for the outside. Lost them. Decent fish.
Sit down, take a break for a minute, eat some crackers and drink some water. Hooked a nice brook trout down here. Over 12, maybe 14, 15. Hooked it for a minute and he got off. I hit the button on the camera and it was too late and he was gone. So after that, I'm gonna rust the hole, have a bite to eat, drink some water, relax in the sun, dabbled in the shade here, which is real nice. Beautiful spot, beautiful day. It's over 50 anyway. Much colder last night than they said it was going to be. Everything was frozen, so got down below freezing for sure. I might try one of these little trout par flies that I tied. Jig head par flies, or a small little black woolly bugger. Got these egg patterns as well, and these little shiners, little minnow imitations. I'll try one of these. Looks like I got them. Or maybe that's not the one. This is a rainbow. Huh. Interesting. The bigger river down here has rainbows in it, but I expected to see mostly browns and brook trout. I hooked a brook trout here earlier and lost it. Beautiful rainbow on jig fly. Really beautiful colors on them. That's good to know that there's rainbows in here as well. We've got decent browns and brooks in here. And like I said, I just missed one. Brook trout. There's a beautiful little rainbow. Let's see if we can get them in the light here. Wow. You're pretty. You are pretty. Little guy. Living in the fast current. Hit the jig fly. Let that guy go. There you go, little guy. Something tucked up under that undercut bank over here. Another rainbow. Isn't that something? I thought for sure seeing more browns like I did last year. Saw more browns up here, and then as well the undercut bank over here. That's not very deep, but it scoops in underneath that bank, and I haven't hit anything in a couple of other pools above here that look prime. This is a fat little rainbow. What a beautiful fish. Man, the colors in the sunlight too. Beautiful. This one's a little bigger. Hands. There we go. Quick and easy. Yeah, what a beautiful fish. Absolutely beautiful. Hey there, guy. Thanks for the fun. That was good. That was classic. Undercut bank. Did you learn that from the brown trout? There you go. You're on the right direction. There you go. Gone. Beautiful. It's turning over rocks. I didn't see any mayfly or caddis larvae. Really prime looking trout stream. Hit the purple and black jig fly with an egg dot, egg painted jig head. Try it again. Just jumped the deer. She was bedded over here. She stopped up there. This is right here. Jumped up. Of course, I didn't have the camera on my head. Would have been cool if I did. There's Look at that. Big heavy animal. Make a track like that. Wow. Huge. Another one here. Beautiful. Coyote tracks down here. Deer tracks. Deer. Moose. Well, we got taken by surprise here a little bit. Carefully coming up through here. And yeah, I take one step up here and look over my shoulder here, and there's a nice rainbow. I don't know if he's going to show up on the screen or not, but he's there. Yeah, he's pretty shadowed up pretty good there now. That's a good one. Trick is if you hook that fish, he's probably going to get caught on the rocks there. So let's just see if I can slowly do this without him. So I kind of almost got myself busted here, popping up onto that rock right where he was visible to me. I'm gonna step down a little bit here slowly. He's still there, so probably 16, 17. Nice rainbow, looks like. Hopefully we'll find out here in a minute. Steeple cast. Try to get that out in there. See if he sees it. Line's hung up on that rock. That might be good in a way, though. I think if I hook this fish, he's going to get probably behind. He's going to wrap me behind that rock if I hook him. I'm definitely in his eyesight here, so sun's hitting me pretty good. I think he saw my fly and kind of went towards it. I don't know if he hit it or not. I'm not using a strike indicator, but I didn't feel a bump. So we'll try again here. I'll try to get out there a little bit farther, but I don't want to hit the rocks behind me. Try to swing that in there. He saw something. He went after something else. This is a bead-headed fly. I doubt it's getting down there. You're cast upstream. Sink a ways. Whoop, jeez, I almost messed that up. I want to put the line right over him. He may have seen me coming up here and just hasn't reacted to go hide, or run off, but may have put him down as far as biting goes. But alright, decent fish there. Fish up above and sneak back, aware that that's where that fish is, because I have a feeling when I stepped up here, I stepped right into his range of view. Yeah, well, at least we saw a good one. And push up ahead, maybe come back to the spot. Well, I'm waking up here on the 4th morning of being out here exploring and camping and fishing and doing some bird hunting with my buddy and his dogs. Really something to be out here, really feeling by yourself out here, not seeing anybody, even the amount of tire tracks I see. It's mostly the loggers working up here. Yeah, so at daybreak this morning, it was still dark. I almost got a campfire going. But then the sun started poking up, and I was able to walk over here where there was sun and just be like, I don't really need a fire. I had a couple of days of that where the wood was so wet that I was super glad that I brought the charcoal. So that's something I'm going to add to the list of my minimalist setup here. It's going to be an integral part. And then, yeah, it was plenty warm. It got down definitely colder than what they said it was going to be. Again, I had frozen water this morning, so it got below freezing, and that's plenty warm. The equipment testing me to see if I could sustain several days out here when it's wet and cold.
I keep this open at night so I can just crawl out if I want to. If something scary happens outside, I can jump out real quick and see what's going on. But yeah, I didn't have any encounters as far as Bigfoot or anything like that, so that's good. It's been part of the fall experiment here. I'm real curious to see about fall migration with these fish. I know that they spawn in the fall, everything but rainbow trout. The rainbows will chase spawning brook trout and brown trout up a stream to eat the eggs, because fish do like to eat other fish's eggs. Caviar for them, I guess. I double clicked the button and it must have went to high speed or something. She dropped eggs here, so that's great. Anyway, too bad I didn't catch it in real speed, but we'll see what we can do with the editing. Great for a small stream this size. Well, I just made it back to the truck from downstream here. I'm parked on this old defunct bridge here, and I'm like, well, geez, I probably should take care of that fish right here while I'm here. So I came up and was standing here looking, getting ready to go down here and take care of my fish. I'm just gonna gut it, put it on ice, and consider it a blessing to have this to have had this experience. Caught that nice brown this morning that I'm gonna have for the smoker. Keep a couple of larger ones every year. Yeah, I'm getting ready to take care of the fish and put it away. And there's a grouse over there. Grabbed my shotgun and I got it. So yeah, I did that quickly, and I didn't have the camera rolling, but that all happened pretty quick, so I wanted to take advantage of it before it was gone. And this is a male grouse. The feathers are just as valuable for me for fly tying as the meat. So I got this wild chicken and ruffed grouse. This is a male. You can tell because of the black tufts on the side here. Indicates that it's a male bird. So I'll keep the fish for the smoker. And boy, that's just kind of made my day to have this experience. Have a great catch and cook tonight. Really looking forward to that. We go a little farther north to hit a stream that's up even closer to the border, so we'll see how it goes. Thanks for coming along. Well, made it up here to within a couple miles of the Canadian border, and this is what it looks like. It's geez, might have the opportunity to see some mayflies or some caddisflies coming off. It's just warmed up enough. Might see some dry fly action, but there's brook brown rainbow and landlocked salmon that come up out of the lake into this river. But it looks like it'd be great to kayak. It looks great for duck hunting, and deep. It's nice and deep. All right, I saw a couple of larger trout down here with a spinning rod. Thought I might actually see some blue wing olives or some hatching going on out here, but there isn't. So I tied on one of my heavier nymphs, and I'm casting that out there. This is a pretty deep ledge pool here. Nice little rainbow. A rainbow. Fly rod. Late in the season, the fish are going after smaller stuff, smaller insects. I figured I'd try a fly. Oh, dirt off the old CFO reel here. Dunked it in the mud. before I come back down through with the jig flies, larger flies like minnow imitations. I thought I'd come down through with a stonefly imitation on the fly rod, a little more delicate presentation. And I was just thinking to myself, I'm surprised I'm not catching at least any little guys along the way here as this deepens up. Trying not to fill up my boots here. Deeper than it looks, just up to the top of my boots. Guess that's about as far as I'm going. Sponge and soap clean this line. It makes it easier to cast and slide through the guides a lot easier than when there's silt and dirt on the line, where then it's impossible to double haul a 4-weight, for me anyway. But the line's clean. I got enough weight on it from the water. I can get it to haul. Water is somewhat stained, but it's not as tannic as the streams were up in the mountains. So this is getting down towards a lake. And yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's any trout that might be spawning coming up the stream to the base of that dam. Actually, the base of the dam is about, I don't know, I couldn't really get access to it right below because it was all cliff and like a ravine. So I drove down the road a ways, and this is probably a mile or so from there, or less than a mile. So we were able to poke in here pretty easy and not have to try killing ourselves going down a cliff, a ravine into that chasm. So this looks pretty deep here, over my head. We'll see. Pretty good waterfall up here. Probably get below that as well. Another waterfall. Next set of waterfalls down. I was up by the bridge up there, and I have to really look more closely at the map. Kind of running out of daylight, so I thought I'd just try to get eyes on it, take a few casts, and work my way down towards the lake. Stop here and there, especially where it was freestone, more turbulent water. It was pretty creaky above. Oh, geez, I didn't want to do that. Pretty creaky above sand, silt, kind of substrate that the fish like to spawn in. So yeah, it's fun just to try to figure out how far up they can get up here. And man, it'd be great to hook a Atlantic salmon, landlocked Atlantic salmon. Yeah, just gonna keep working my way. Beautiful though, beautiful spot. Postcard pretty. I'm glad that I came up just to see it. Really interesting. Flows through this little village here, and real pretty. It has just warmed up enough so that there is some insect activity. Midges, I see some midges coming off, and some gray-gnome caddisflies. Pretty good sized caddisflies. So this little black woolly bugger might be 3 inches long. It's probably definitely bigger than the larva that's coming up. All right, got a brook trout, big brook trout. Wow, is that a brookie? Acting like a brookie. No, brown. On the little jig fly, stonefly jig fly. That's a nice little pickup. It's getting dark out. Brownie looked like a brook trout for a minute. Weight trailers on his fins. That is a wild brown. That's a beaut. Hold on a second. Right, that beak. Alright, hold on a second. You're pretty. Oh boy, look at you. What a beautiful trout. Nice brown trout. There you go, buddy. Go get him. It's so tough.
Another one of these brown trout acting like a brook trout. Wow, look at the tail walks and stuff. Fighting like a brook trout. It's a decent little brown. A little bit bigger than the other one. Smashed it. This one was on a little underspin jig. Boy, they do look like a brook trout. Spawning colors. What a beautiful fish. Yeah, that's a beaut. Spawning colors. I thought it was a brook trout with the orange belly and stuff earlier. Caught a few of these. I'll get this guy back in the water. Up. Snap the jig fly. And right away hooked another one. Fish are biting tonight. Day before the last day of the season. A couple of plunkers here. Last couple casts. Another covered up brown trout. But that hit the water and I started to reel and had him on. That's another nice little kerplunker. Look at that. What a beaut. Thick fish. Nice and thick. Let's see if we're getting that in there. What a thick little nice little brownie. Real nice.
All right, third camping spot. It's at the headwaters of the more rapid Freestone River that's below this, with more current and stuff. This is more creaky here, but an old sketch road that comes back in here. So I am going to camp here for the evening. Got here a little early, looking forward to doing the grouse with some potatoes, and I picked up some wild rice. So I'm getting hungry. It's about 6 in the evening. It'll be dark in about an hour, so I do have some stones here to make a little fire pit. Probably use the coal again, cut up some dead wood, and cook up that grouse. So looking forward to that. All right, got the roadside tailgate pantry open for business. Got that grouse all cut up, filleted that up. Got a pretty good pile of it there, as you can see. So rice, got an onion, and a few of these cherry tomatoes left. Salt and pepper. I'm gonna mix that together, and that's gonna be my celebratory grouse meal. So I'm looking forward to that. The frying pan here, gonna oil that up. Got a nice camp spot here. It's not far from the road, but it's far enough away so that I can't see the road. Road can't see me from here, so a little place to pull in and the sketch back here. And yeah, cooking up some dinner. Gonna hit it one more day, and I'm looking forward to this grouse. A little fire pit here going. Another werewolf full moon in the background. Looking forward to this. This is great. Try to get to where I'm not casting the shadow on the pan there, but yeah, that's what that looks like. It's gonna be good. Grouse all fried up. Got my rice all done here. I got some chopped up cherry tomatoes to throw in the mix, and some salt and pepper. Gonna mix that together and put it on the fire over here, let it reheat a little bit. Looks and smells great. Let that warm up here on this rock, and that's dinner for tonight. Got that all stirred together. A little campfire going for warmth. Full moon. See if we can get the right angle here. And yeah, that's what that looks like. It's a pretty good mixture. And I'm just gonna chow that down a big spoon. So it's tender, not at all gamey. Wild chicken, tomatoes and rice. My favorite. All right, I'm packed up. I did a little bit of fishing this morning. It's a little thick to try to get through this. Matter of fact, it's way too thick, and thick stems and alders and things. So I got up there a little ways, hiked down, went down this way a little ways, saw some small brook trout, 8 to 10 inches. So it was good to see them, and even some smaller ones, some fingerlings, a little feeder stream over here. So yeah, gonna move on downstream, closer to the outsource. Nice little camp spot though, tucked in the brush out of the away from the road on this one. Farther down, closer to the lake, beautiful stream, nice rocky bottom throughout. Oh, we lost it. You had one on, it skied out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, got one on.
Sorry.
Get him on before he spits it. I don't know if it's a brown or a salmon. That's a salmon. Beautiful. Yep, that's a salmon. All right. All right, well, he swam off. There he goes. Wow. Little duck convention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 19, 20, 30, 40 ducks out there. Like whatever, dude. Well, I'm calling it. Geez, mission accomplished. Reached my objective. On my way up, it was raining, it was nasty out. It was a good excuse to cut out from work and go camp and meet my buddy, do some bird hunting. Expecting much as far as the fishing goes. It was getting cold out. Nights were getting down in the 20s, so that was a challenge with the camping equipment as far as sleeping and keeping warm. So it was good I made it through the 4 to 5 days on the 5th day now. So I'm calling it. But what a great 5 days it was. Actually caught all the species that I spoke of. Caught a nice salmon here today. Missed 2 and caught 1, so that's actually a pretty good ratio. Pretty good odds. Usually you can lose 10 and catch 1. So that's been my odds in the past. So did pretty well as far as that goes, and mission accomplished as far as all the species that I talked about. Got them all to the net and released that salmon. So a good healthy male spawner. So let that one go and get the nice brown for the smoker, and had grouse for dinner the other night. That was awesome. Just saw a big splash down here. Oh, my 1 more cast might turn into 2 more casts. All right, well, signing off. If you came along for the adventure, thanks for tuning in and checking it out. Had a great time. Hope you enjoy it. If you do like the content, please hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.